I want to make sure that this transition is the complete opposite of the transition 8 years ago. In this instance, I was like, do we believe we're right? Do we believe that states should have the right to determine for themselves what happens regarding gaming inside their own borders? And we believe that it's a states' rights issue. I've always believed it's a states' rights issue. And so I never, I can't say I never had any doubt we're going to win, but I've never had any doubt that the cause we were pursuing was the right one, not only on the issue of sports gaming, but on the broader issue of the rights of the states versus federal government. So, and as far as Monday goes, I'm a lawyer, so I'm cautiously optimistic that we're going to win, and I'm looking forward to being in the court on Monday to listen to the arguments. Frustrating it is how much it costs tax. By the way, the lawyer we have arguing for us who believes in our case, I'll give you two statistics about him. He's argued before the United States Supreme Court 62 times, and he's won 75% of the time. I like that. And he's the only lawyer who's ever elected a president of the United States. So I kind of like the fact that Ted Olson's on our side, and he believes in this case and has been an advocate for it right from the beginning. So I think we made an educated risk, and no matter which way it goes, I think it was the right decision to make. And by the way, the will of the people who voted in a referendum in broad numbers that they wanted sports gaming in their state. So part of this is also, making sure you execute upon the will of the people that you represent.
And the thing that's the most important to understand about state-sponsored gambling is that it gives state governments a financial incentive to deceive their citizens. And it shouldn't surprise anyone that when that happens, the result is some pretty bad public policy. State-sponsored gambling takes advantage of consumers, often of lower financial groups, of lower income classes rather. And state-sponsored gambling is a way that powerful national gambling organizations have convinced state governments to legalize this kind of predatory tactic to get money from consumers. States often legalize it thinking that it's going to help their budgets by leading to better tax revenue gains. But in fact, the pretty much universal experience is that even if there's a temporary bump in tax revenue, it actually just ends up decreasing over time because individuals only spend money on gambling often that they would have been spending on other taxable activities. So there's very little net gain to the states.
This is just for whenever organized crime was fixing soccer games.
State-sponsored gambling results in increases in personal bankruptcy filings, in massive financial problems for individual consumers, and also leads to upticks in property theft and other forms of crime, as well as opportunities for organized crime to engage in money laundering and loan sharking and that sort of thing. So I think an important consideration whenever you're looking at state-sponsored gambling is to realize that there are massive costs that come along with these supposed opportunities for new revenue.
Early in the morning, casinos